So, after watching the video that we needed to watch and after reading the case that we were looking at, if I was Supervisor Jan trying to explain the differences in like the evaluation scores for Wilma, I think that I would go about it as like a positive aspect than as like just being like, oh, like this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And then obviously Wilma was just being like extremely quiet because she's realizing that like her scores are actually lower than what her scores are on her review. And I think what I would probably try to encourage her to do for as the reason why she is like this is maybe to like have her hold like all of the information that she like obtained over the year, all of her like records, awards, and anything like that that's like extremely super important when it comes to at the end of review. So then that way when she does like have those questions, she can actually have those answers. And I think it's extremely important, especially since that she's just so confused as to why you know it's just an evaluation. I think the way that Supervisor Jan is explaining is kind of the opposite of what needs to happen. And I say that because sometimes when you're explaining someone's evaluation, a lot of people tend to like to start with a bad and end with a good, because then that way you're ending on a good note. But maybe there isn't really a bad situation or like how they're being a bad employee per se. I think that maybe if I was Supervisor Jan, I would want to start with like, oh, like your performance, like you help patients as well as you can, like there's nothing wrong with like what you're doing. This is just how I personally score. And yes, it may seem lower, but it's actually a good rating. And then I would just try to just like explain it better and like not just like have her just be like, oh, like this is your rating. Like I wouldn't want her to see it as like I'm rating her as an employee. I want her to see as like this is how you done in the last year. I don't want her to feel like it's just like I'm judging how she's handling things. That personally doesn't seem fair. Or if I wanted to go that route, I would just let her look at what I think. And then if she has any like specific questions, then I would explain into further detail. And then I would encourage her for the next year before her next review would come up. I would try to, I guess per se, keep record of it. I would make 2 copies of the evaluation, one for me and then one for the employee, which then causes so that way she can see like the progress that she has made, or even at that rate just like be like, "Oh, like yes, you've been a lot better and my ratings show this." So, I guess that's what you could do.